Coming at you again, maybe more high than drunk, but working on it. I'll cross that line sooner or later. But, so I'm here. I was renting out a room. I was staying here for a while. And then I saw the landlord having terminal cancer. He finally told me that he did. He's one of those landlords that lives there. And I would tell him to drink water and all that stuff, and I'd only see him sipping a little bit of water at a time. So one day he was laying on the steps there, and he thought it was a different day and that he should go to the hospital. And that his sister was going to drive him the next day. He was asking what day and then what day is it and everything, and I thought that I should have frickin' driven him then. But instead, a day later, his sister drove him, and then I guess he's all yellow, and in the hospice they don't have him on IV or anything. I should at least think he should be on an IV. It's hard to watch. Someone that was a total prick, total control freak prick, but smart. Produced porno videos for years, made lots of money, paid for a nice house. Yeah. I never really knew him that well. I mean, just a landlord, mostly a landlord. But I'm like heading out of here. I'm out of the U.S. In about 8 days, I'll be on a jet. But I have some guilt. I think, well, I should have called that day, but then he had pancreatic cancer for who knows how long, and at least on the chemotherapy for a year and a half. And everybody's swooping in. It's natural. It's just like vultures do when they detect that something is dead and they can't fight back and they can eat it. Or like a great white shark that tears apart its victim and waits for it to bleed to death, and then it comes back and starts feeding on it. It's about the same thing. The world's all about me, 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 and my name, and if I get enough of money, life will be good. And they're all waiting for that moment when that'll happen. And some people get lucky and some people don't, and some people are born into it, but that's luck because they were born into it, and that's kind of the situation, and that's not fair at all. But I guess it's just another part of history that will be gone, I guess. I never actually watched his porn. I think I saw part of one video that he had on YouTube. And he said this was the house that porn built, that he had filmed pornography in all of this house and all of these rooms here. And you can tell by the ceilings, they're really high ceilings. They're set high, so back in those days they needed film cameras and they needed a lot of light, even if they were using video. So by looking at the ceilings, you could think, yeah, you could film in here. Whatever. And the rooms are big enough. But yeah, it's like these 3/4. They don't only probably have a handful. They probably have 3/4 decks, but like he shot everything on 3/4, probably broadcast quality. Low grade, old screen, but the house will probably get bulldozed down to the ground eventually. The roommates still pay. I don't want to get into that. But nice location, Valley Village, just a few minutes drive to all the studios if you happen to be working at one of them. This is the last night, or last day I can get hammered right now. I'll be dealing with immigration agents, and international flight, immigrations, all that stuff, and then I have to get my shit together because I haven't lived in Japan in 7 months, and my friends took care of a lot of stuff for me there when I was there, but now they're all, sometimes when, friends, there's the real ones, and there's the ones that don't help you out when you need the help, as you know. And they scattered. So I have the one source of help that I kind of burned but didn't. It's a long story. Off I go. But it's just, I didn't expect that to happen while I was here. I didn't think that I was going to have to see some of that, so I don't know. You always say shoulda, woulda, could ya. But when someone has pancreatic cancer for a year and a half, and they're in their 60s, I'm not a doctor, but I don't really agree with the way things are, but then again, I'm not in the family, so it's none of my business, Maybe it wouldn't be my business if I wasn't. Maybe that doesn't matter. Well, I'm frickin' too hammered right now to continue filming anymore, so this will be it for a while.